sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And here's Jackson on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. The Colts had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 14-10. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
2nd time in this 1st half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. after the sack on first down. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. And he's got Pierce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very... Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Touchdown! Harris Campbell, 27 yards. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
The big fella! Touchdown, Indianapolis! A big play there. 56 yards. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long. He's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And some room to maneuver. He's up to the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And the Ravens have got it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. To throw is Watson.
finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they drop below 500 to 2-3.